thought today we would try and make some CopyCat Olive Garden breadsticks. So let's get started. Well, I gotta say, doing this recipe is gonna be so much fun because I love Olive Garden's breadsticks. So the first thing we need to do is put in our warm water, which I have 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of warm water, and it's 110 to 115 degrees. So I'm gonna put that in my big bowl. 1 teaspoon and then 1/4 of a teaspoon. So we do not need a full packet. Okay. All right. And then we're going to put 1/2 teaspoon of sugar in here because the yeast needs something to eat. And then we're just going to let it sit for about 10 minutes and let our yeast grow. So we're going to add in our remaining sugar. So we need 1 tablespoon, 2.5 teaspoons. 1, 2, 1/2. We need 1.5 cups of flour, which I've already measured out. We need 1 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Turn it around where y'all can see it better. 1, 2, and 3/4 of salt. And we need 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use vegetable oil too. But I figured since we're making breadsticks, maybe olive oil would make it taste good. 1, 2, 3. All right, now we're going to mix that together so it's all combined really well with just a regular paddle adjustment. And we're going to add another 1.5 cups of flour. All right, so we've pulled away from the side of the bowl like the recipe wanted us to do. Now we're going to transfer this dough over to a buttered bowl. And I'm just using some regular cooking spray. Okay. Want to miss out on that. That could be another breadstick. Okay, then we're just going to move this over to our floured bowl. Okay, so we're going to let that sit for about an hour, hour and a half, and let it rise. And I'll bring you back and let you look at it. So we let the dough sit here and rise for about an hour and a half. And now what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to punch it down, get some of that air out of it. And then what it tells us we need to do, the recipe says that we need to divide this dough into 12 portions about 2 inches each so that our breadsticks will be the same size. So let's see. I don't know how much 2 ounces is going to be, so we're just going to kind of grab a... Wow, that's 2 ounces on the dot practically. All right, so I'm just gonna put these over here, and it says we need to try and keep them covered as we go. So I'm just gonna put these on the parchment paper for right now and just keep them covered up and just keep going until I get 12. Well, actually, I think I'm just gonna try and get them as close to 2 ounces. If I get 12, that'd be great. So the next step that we have to do is we have basically divided them out, and let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, we ended up getting 12, so great. So what we're gonna do now is leave those, the majority of those still covered, and we're gonna take one of our dough balls and see if we can't flatten it out into a breadstick. I might have a little too much flour going on here. Let's see if we can get it spread out or rolled out. Or it says about a 9-inch rope. So let's see if I can find a, I have a ruler here. So we're about 6.5 right now. So we need to be about 9. They're not very, they're so soft that they don't really want to roll on my countertop. So I'm trying to roll them out this way. But I would like for them to try to be about the same size. All right, and then we're just gonna put that on our baking sheet and go to the next one. Okay, kind of like that. And then we're just gonna keep, oh, there, I got a little bit of rolling going on. We're just gonna keep stretching these out until we get all 12 of them done. Sure, they're not the prettiest breadsticks you've ever seen, but I've got my breadsticks rolled out. Now what I'm gonna do is cover them up and let them sit for another hour, and then we'll bake them. Let them rest for about an hour, hour and a half, and there they are. And so what we're gonna do now is put them in a 425-degree oven for about 11 to 13 minutes, depending on how your oven does. And you wanna get them as brown as you want them to be. They're definitely not uniform shaped. They are the same ounces, but they're not uniform shaped. The next thing I wanted to show you is once they come out of the oven, we're going to put the garlic salt on them, and I wanted to go ahead and get that part ready. We're gonna melt some butter, and then we're gonna have our garlic salt ready. The recipe says to use 1/4 teaspoon of regular table salt, and I'm gonna put in a little bit extra. Let me see if I can get it where y'all can see. I'm gonna put in a little bit extra because we really like our garlic powder around here. So I'm just gonna put a heaping spoonful of that so that I can make sure I have plenty. And then we're just gonna mix that together. And then we'll hold on to that and sprinkle that onto the breadsticks once they come right out of the oven. And I'm gonna melt my butter right before they come out of the oven as well. So I'll bring you back and let you see what the breadsticks look like, and then we'll put our butter and then our salt garlic powder mixture on them. So there we go. Yes, they are all different shapes and sizes and everything else. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our melted butter down them. And I wanna be really liberal with the melted butter. And then we're gonna take and sprinkle some of our garlic salt mixture onto them. Okay, and then we're just gonna keep doing each one like that. And then we'll let them completely cool and try them out. And as I was saying earlier, depending on how garlicky you want your breadsticks to be, you can make up some more garlic salt mixture. I might be just being a little bit gentle with them because I just don't know how much they're gonna absorb it in. So aren't they gorgeous? I think they turned out really well. They're all a little bit different shapes and sizes, but I think if I made them often enough, I could kind of get that down a little bit better. So let's break into one and see how it looks. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. That is beautiful. Hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will keep making wonderful bakes for you. Catch you on the next bake. Again, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And our next bake that we're going to do is a coconut cake, which has coconut milk in it, as well as some wonderful toasted coconut on the top. It turned out wonderful, and I can't wait to show you. Come to Chatting with Chops to see.